So continuing on with this idea of, I find myself in a situation or watching a situation, especially with people I love, where there's a lot of destruction or a lot of conflict or a lot of negativity. However it's manifesting, however you describe it, there can be a dharmic and an adharmic way of dealing with it, of interplaying with it. And so if the adharmic way is coming more from a small self place of wanting to control or feeling anxiety or getting frustrated because we just want this to be over and done with, that is probably not the feeling that we want to act from in terms of actively saying something or doing something, because we're not really coming at it from, with the backing of universality. We're coming at it from some small self need to not want to experience what's happening now and trying to skip over whatever life is actually handing to us, because for some reason in the cosmic calculus we're being handed that to refine something within us as well as the others. But there is also a place and a time for that being that we established to get actively applied in a more dharmic way. So if on the fine level feeling you just feel the charm to say something, or you get the worthy inquiry where they turn to you and ask your opinion, or they notice that you're not, you're the only person in the room when this fight is happening that isn't saying something all the time. I sometimes feel that the person who is often the quietest in those moments has the most interesting or relevant thing to say. And so if we're quiet and we're observing it and we're waiting for either that worthy inquiry or that moment when someone we can sense on a fine level feeling is open and is really, even if they're not asking what, should I do in those exact words, but you can energetically tell that they are open to another way of doing things or to being able to hear it because of how you approach it and you deliver it, then that is the dharmic moment to apply your beingness, your greater sense of vision and perception and awareness to the moment. And that's not going to come from a feeling of needing to control or from some kind of anxiety. It's actually going to come from a very calm place. It's going to come from a place of great expansion, of great inner knowingness, a gnosis that, wow, I see this, I love them, I know that they wish and want better for themselves and they don't know how to get out of their own way. My teacher Tom would say sometimes when the worthy inquiry is just barely there or it's imperceptible and it's sort of on the energetic, not even the verbal level, you spoon feed them. And you see if they can digest that. And if they can take a little morsel, then you can always give them more. But you give them, what you intuitively discern that they can actually digest in that moment. You're not going to give a new baby who's just learning to eat, a steak for dinner or something really complex to digest. You're going to give them simpler foods and you're going to, give them a piece or two. And then, if that goes well, then you can always have more. So how does this all come together?